Hello, I'm Dr. Ron England, and this is a video to introduce you to the concept of regular expressions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it just basically through a simple example here. What I've written, and I'm going to show this to you, I've got Microsoft Expression Web up here, and what I'm going to show you here is some examples of some regular expressions. And this is just a simple web page I created to show you this. So what I'm going to do is I have here, I have this, and this is available to you. Whoops. I'm going to have to bring back up in the browser again, preview in browser, because I have to allow the block content because I'm doing it locally. If I click here, it brings this regular expression and puts it here. And I'm going to say, does this match? And if I click this, this should. Because the way this regular expression is written is it is one that's specifically designed to find words with a space in front of them behind them that match with a T at the front of them. So what that means is that this /B specifies a blank, this /B specifies a blank. The T is literally the character you're looking at, and A through Z in the brackets means T followed by any combination of A through Z, the plus meaning that there can be multiple of them. And that's the concept of a regular expression. Regular expression is a pattern matching language where it can match specific patterns. Now when we look at the code for this, I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to kind of look at the code of what we did here. What I did is I took the two values that I pulled from the text box, which was the regular expression, and the text box, which was the value you were testing it against. And I just ran if the text box dot match RE, RE is the regular expression, TE being the contents of the text box. Okay, if those match, I send back an alert that they did, otherwise I sent back an alert that they did not. And that's really what I'm trying to do here, looking at regular expressions. Now, regular expression language is a little bit more advanced than that. It's very easy to write the ability to go in and match expressions and then replace the contents of exactly that expression with other information. But what I really want to get the concept here of is what regular expressions are. You're looking at a specific language here, okay, that is built to match patterns and patterns within text. So I have another one here which is a really straightforward one, which is not blank, and that one's kind of interesting. So if you say if you use this one, the caps S basically means the opposite of backslash lowercase s, and lowercase s is simply just a match for characters or white space. Then I have another interesting one here that I will demonstrate. If I click here, and this is one that's meant to match numbers, and it's a little bit complex. So if I enter a number here, 1, 2, 3, and I hit try, it's going to say it did match that 1, 2, 3. And if I put spaces at the beginning and I spaces at the end, it should still match because it has white space at the beginning and the end I'm not really worried about. However, suppose I went 1, 2, 3 and put a space in and then entered some more numbers. This shouldn't match. And this is designed, the regular expression is designed so that it doesn't match. In this case, it does not match 1, 2, 3 space. And if I try to throw in anything other than a digit, it should not match. It didn't match there. Okay. In this case, the regular expression has the caret, which is a negating term, and then backslash s, which is any type of character or white space. Okay, then it turns off the caret, and I look for specifically any sequence of digits, which is the /D. Okay, with the plus means it can be any sequence of digits, but I cannot have, this is the /S star $, all the way to the end. It can't have anything that is a character or a white space other than the digits inside of there. And so the regular expression is able to take this and tell you true or false whether this happens. Now, for the most part, you're probably not going to need to become an expert on how to use and manipulate regular expressions. Most regular expressions that you might need to do, they're fairly complex. You'll be able to find very good examples of how these regular expressions on the web. But once you have that regular expression, you need to know what you can do with it. And the ability to go into JavaScript and test to see if text meets this specific pattern. Very useful for validation because you can have patterns specifically for email addresses, for phone numbers, for numeric, for non-numeric. So validating user input is one very good use of this. It's also very good for things like search and replace, where you can search and replace on specific patterns, and regular expression does have the ability to do that within text. That's the true usefulness of the regular expressions. So what I want you to get out of this short and easy lecture is, what are regular expressions? What do they look like? How can you manipulate those regular expressions in JavaScript, okay, and using JavaScript to work with regular expressions? And some of the things that you can do with regular expressions. Ability to use the internet to search and find regular expressions for specific tasks, and have at least a basic understanding of what that means in those regular expressions. So hopefully this is useful to you, and from this you can at least have a good understanding of what regular expressions are, and good programming.